The next lesson in the polynomial functions unit is going to be the remainder theorem, and we're going to talk about long and synthetic division. Now, it really is beneficial if you take a look at the remainder theorem, the factor theorem, long and synthetic division from the perspective of just straight numbers. A lot of the algorithms that you've learned are going to be helpful here. I would like you to divide 11,342 by 11. Press pause and do it. All right, welcome back, but I know you didn't press pause. Anyways, here we are. I ask myself, 11. Does 11 go into 1? No, 11 doesn't go into 1. 11 goes into 11 one time. And then 1 times 11 is 11. So far, so good, I hope. And then you're going to subtract it. That gives you 0. And then you carry down the 3. 11 goes into 3 0 times. 0 times 11 is 0. Subtract it, I have 3. I carry down the 4. 11 goes into 34 3 times. Now 3 times 11 is going to be, 3 times 11 is 33. And the difference is 1. I carry the 2 down. 11 goes into 12 once. 1 times 11 is 11. We have a difference of 1. So I have a remainder of 1. Well, that's long division. And by the way, just to freshen up on our terminology, 11 is known as the divisor. $1,342 is known as the dividend. 1,031 is known as the quotient. Last but not least, the remainder is this. 1. All right, quickly, let's do the other one. Now, this other one, I'm going to maybe skew it, what I'm going to say, just a little bit, and see if you can challenge yourself the way that I'm going to present it. Now, 9 goes into 3,102. Well, 9 doesn't go into 3, but it definitely goes into 31. How many times? 3. 3 times 9 is 27. All right. So, and then I'm going to subtract that. But wouldn't you know what? I'm terrible at subtracting. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add the negative. So 31 plus negative 27 is 4. And the reason I can do that is subtraction is the same as adding the negative. Well, I carry down that 0. 9 goes into 40 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. And I'm going to subtract 36 from, but I can't subtract. So I'm going to have to add the negative. So 40 plus negative 34 is 4. Carry down my 2. 9 goes into 42 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. So I'm going to subtract, but I'm terrible at subtracting, so I'm just going to simply add the negative. So what I'm left with is 6. So there's my result. So if you remember, maybe, just maybe, I'm just going to go over here and think of this as, what if 3 goes into 8? Well, that is 2, remainder 2. So what can I conclude about all of these numbers? I know that 8 is going to be equal to 3 times 2. And then what happens with my remainder? It's the leftover bit that brings me